Greetings everybody and welcome to this new tutorial. Today we are going to see how to implement states and transitions in QML. Generally, states are a powerful mechanism used to manage different configuration and appearance of UI components and define the dynamic behavior of an application. So they represent a declarative way to handle UI logic, and transitions are just the behavior when switching from a state to another state. Now let's see how to implement that logic in QML. So first we create a rectangle, and inside that rectangle we'll add two more rectangles. Let's call the first one stoplight, and the second one go light. Now we will add, we change the color. Okay, let's set the color of the first one to red and the color of the second one to black. Okay. Now let's implement a state inside. Let's implement the state inside our main rectangle. So each item has a property called states. And inside that states property, you can define multiple states. So let's name it stop. And we have the property change, the target object stoplight, and then the property is the color. Property that is changed is the color. We have red. And then we will add another property change for the go light. Color black. Now this is our first state, stop state. Now let's create another state. We'll name it go. And we have the same property change, only that the color are different. And then green. Now we can define the initial state using the state property. So our initial state is stop. And now let's add a mouse error to fill our main rectangle. And implement the on-click signal. To change the state of the parent. If the state equals stop, what do we do? To change the state to go. Okay, let's see the result. As you can see, when I click, it is changing from a state to another state. Now, let's add transitions. So, like I was saying in the beginning, transitions define how items change when switching states. And they can be applied to two or more states and usually describe how the items are animated. Now let's implement a transition for our states. Transitions are defined using the transitions property like this. Transitions. Now we will implement two transitions. One transition from stop to go and the second transition from go to stop. So find transition from stop to go, and then which property is animated. Now property animation. Let's animate the stoplight. And then we define the properties, color, then duration, the animation. Okay. Now a second transition from go to stop. So this one concern the go light. Okay. It has been what our transition has been implemented. Now let's see the results. As you can see, the transition is visible. Can even let's increase the duration of the proprietary animations. Now the result. So this is the result of transition apply. There is a possibility to add a repeater and so that we can have many rectangles align align on the windows. Well, that brings me to the end of my presentation. Thanks and see you in the next tutorial.